Hi, I'm Lee, and welcome to my channel. And this video is titled, A Narcissist is Really Boring. So this is a quote that I found on Instagram. And once again, I'm like, oh my God, yeah, absolutely. So it says, narcissists condition you to be grateful just to be in their presence, when in reality, their presence is actually boring AF. Oh, yes. I remember many a times Caruso acted like it was such this great, just pleasure just to even speak with him. Whenever the numerous times that he would, say one thing to my face, do something different, I would confront him on it, and then he would gaslight and shift the blame and make me look like I was the crazy person for calling him out on his lies and BS. He would shut me out, block me, break up with me because he's called out. So then he would gaslight me and shift the blame onto me and then make me sound like I was crazy. And I would have to apologize for things that were not even my fault. Basically, oh, I'm sorry for calling you out. I'm sorry I caught you lying. I'm sorry I said something about you lying to me. Actually, I know you're right. I just need to bury my head in the sand and just act like none of this ever happened. Just, be a Stepford wife, basically. And he would always say, oh, well, if you apologize, I'll allow you to talk to me. Oh, if you do this, I'll unblock you. I'll allow it. I'll allow. It was always I'll allow. Allow what? Like, honey, you're not that great, but it's all a power struggle with the narcissist. They definitely condition you to be grateful just to be in their presence. Like, oh, and I remember he would always say this. Oh, well, your attitude seems to be a little bit better, so I'll allow your phone calls. I'll allow, like, honey, I just can't, right? I mean, looking at it from hindsight, and actually, no, even then, as it was happening, even I knew it was completely insane. But when you deal with a narcissist, I mean, it is all insane. And especially if you think you love a narcissist, you want to do anything just to get all of their narcissistic rage and insanity like over with. You want to just get past everything and move forward. But unfortunately, with the narcissist, it never ends. It never ends with, it's never done with a narcissist, especially a lying, cheating narcissist. It's never over. It is all a vicious cycle. And when in reality, their presence is actually boring AF. Now, here's something that something that is kind of clicked into my head. Oh yeah, narcissists are actually very boring. And of course, I'm taking Caruso, for instance, because that's the only narcissist that I know of that I was around for 7 years. Yeah, I mean, actually, very quite boring. Which it's funny because he tried to say that, my life was just nothing. But his life consisted of, he thought he was Tommy Lee, so he had a day job, but he is, a 58-year-old wannabe uh, garage dad cover band lead singer in the slums, and I'm talking slums. And whenever he's not playing in the slums, he wants to go to these disgusting, nasty bars and drink and watch crappy cover bands. Like, that's all that he does. Actually, now that I think about it, it's either sitting home playing video games. Yes, video games exist for men of all ages, not just 15-year-old boys. This is a 58-year-old man who will just sit and play flippin' Rocket League 24/7. So, play video games, work, his day job, and, his wannabe Tommy Lee cover band. and go out to bars and drink. And I mean, it's really quite boring, and especially if that's not fun to you. And it wasn't fun to me. Why do I want to go to crappy bars and drink and watch crappy cover bands? That's not a good time to me, because if you've seen one, you've seen them all. And I guess I wasn't trashy enough for this guy, because then he went on to even more disgusting, nasty, just bottom of the barrel trash. Um, but when you change who you hang, it really is true. When you change who you hang around, your your habits change. Like, for instance, I've been hanging around someone who is a complete opposite from Caruso. Someone who is just motivated, someone who, cares about their health. It's like complete night and day. You have Caruso, a 58-year-old man who plays video games, drinks, and just really does nothing. And then there's somebody else who is motivated, healthy, works out, and being around someone like that, it is true. Who you surround yourself with, that creates your habits. And I kind of look of like I'm doing years and years of reverse damage from being around a narcissist who, drives you to drink, gives you a drinking problem, who does a number on your self-esteem, your self-worth, just everything. And it's funny because I was around this person, and he was like, "Gosh, Lee," he was like, "You're really a positive person." And that kind of shocked me a bit. I mean, I try to be, but I have one person telling me that I'm positive, and then someone like Caruso who was constantly telling me I'm just negative, I'm awful. The reason that he cheated on me was because he said I was a negative, awful, just terrible girlfriend. And it's like, well, honey, if I'm that bad, why are you with me? And then maybe it's you that's making me that way. It's just, yeah. I mean, a narcissist, they really can do a number on you, but they will always make you think that they are this great and fantastic and wonderful person, when in reality, well, of course that they're not, but they're a very insecure person. That's why they have to bully. That's why they have to belittle. That's why they get off on hurting you, humiliating you, making you look like a fool. That gets them off. And it gets them off because if you constantly have to put someone down in order to make yourself feel good, I mean, what does that say about you? And it's like, I really think that these narcissists know that. They know that they're not that great. They know that they're an awful person, but they don't care. So whenever they try to make you think that they are great and wonderful, and you should be blessed to even be in their presence, that's when you just got to say, okay, and just walk away. I know it's easier said than done, but being with a narcissist will drive you crazy. And especially when they are completely boring in their activities that they do. They're just boring all around. So thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like this content, please consider subscribing. Thanks, guys. See ya.